Hi, and welcome back. We're here um, looking at these Pyrenees pups. You can't see them right now; they're running around my feet. But we're gonna have a look at them. We're gonna talk to Nettie about a lot of the different things that you need to know about owning a Pyrenees pups and what makes them so great. And then we'll have a look at a couple of the dogs from the last litter that they had from the same parents. So that'll give you a better idea of what they're going to look like when they're full grown and what you can expect from these pups. So stay tuned. Okay, so we're here talking to Nettie of the Medicine Wheel Ranch, and we got the Great Pyrenees, and this one is just really something. So anyway, these are Great Pyrenees, and I gotta ask you, is that what they call the Great Pyrenees?
They can be called Great Pyrenees. In France, they call them Pyrennes mountain dogs
I might have to put this one down in a minute.
because they come from the Pyrenees Mountains region between France and Spain.
So I gotta ask you, this could sound like a silly question here, but what's so great about the Pyrenees?
Well, what's
I'm
great
not
about a
setting it
Pyrenees dog is they're very, very gentle giants of the dog breed. They've got great dispositions. They're good family dogs. They're also good guardian dogs, and they're very rarely mean. And that makes them an all-around fantastic dog to have. They don't eat nearly what people think they do, because
They are a large dog.
oh yeah, they are a large dog, but they don't expend a lot of energy unless they have to. So they don't eat nearly so much food as what people would assume they do. Yes, they spend a lot of time laying around unless they need to move.
So, so what else makes them wonderful dogs?
It's just they're pretty, and
Yeah, they really seem to keep themselves clean. I'm amazed at how soft they are. I'm gonna put this one down.
they're easy to
But-
take care of. I mean, in the summertime, you need to brush their winter coat out because, I mean, you know, they get a nice coat on them, especially if they're outdoor dogs. And relatively easy because they're Pyrenees. They've got double dew claws on their back feet, and I mean, you do have to watch those and you have to clip those. But they really don't need a lot of supervision, is what the good thing is about them. They know how to behave when you're not around.
Okay, so they're not difficult to take care of, but they're really, are they a house pet, or would you?
That's a tricky question because they can be a house pet, but I would only keep them as a house pet if I had either a backyard I could put them in for exercise that's large in space, or if I was a person who went jogging or took them for a lot of walks, because they do have to have exercise. Any large dog does, because all of the large breeds, particularly the giant breeds, are prone to hip problems later on in age. So if they don't get enough exercise, they'll get those in pretty young.
I see. So you would recommend somebody have a large back yard? And I was looking around here, and your fence is a little different than.
Yeah.
Now most generally, if we look back here, I would usually, with most dogs, I'd be concerned about them going under the fence.
Oh, not with piers. They'll dig holes in your yard to stay cool. But if your fence is properly anchored to the ground, like this one is, a pier won't try to go under that. The problem with the Pyrenees is they like to go over.
And I was going to say, I see here, this is kind of angled up right here.
That's right, so that the Pyrenees won't climb out.
So,
Some will be climbers, some won't. We have a female that is, and sometimes Frankie, our male, will go. We have two out at the ranch, Dakota and Creed. Neither one of them have ever challenged the fence. So I mean, it all depends on what dog you get
But you had a lot of
and
trouble.
what its personality is.
you got a lot of trouble with Stormy.
Yes,
She really likes to go.
yes.
And if there's any way she could get over this fence, she would.
would,
If
yeah.
she can't, which is really something. It doesn't seem like much, but it just prevents her from being able to climb over.
Right.
Now, another thing. Okay. So you've got, how many pups have you got?
There are 8 this litter.
Okay, and you're selling them, correct?
Yes.
So there's how how many, what's the mix?
We've got 3 males and 5 females this time. That's a lot of females.
Okay. And anything else you want to add?
Not at this point in time, just that they're all very, very healthy and they're going to be large dogs this winter.
And I think you told me that you also do rescue, is that right?
Well, this is the last litter because we'll be going into rescue full time at the ranch.
And if anybody wants to rescue one, they can contact you about that as well.
Absolutely.
Because you do come into, you're aware of those when they come about.
Right.
Okay, so I think from here we're going to go out to the ranch. We're going to have a look at from a couple of the dogs from the last litter. I don't think we'll get to see Creed too much. She's the female. But
she likes to guard.
As soon as she greets you and she's got a big greeting for you, then she'll run off and go guard. But Dakota, I think we'll be able to get a good look at him. I think you want to talk about his hair, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Well, the different coats, the different head shapes, the different.
Okay, so we'll have a talk about that stuff, and then I guess that'll be it. Maybe we'll look at we'll get some close-ups of the pups maybe too, to show our audience, and then we'll wrap it up. All right. So this is Friday. They're what, 6 weeks old now?
Yep. Tonight and tomorrow. Friday, Saturday.
2 more weeks, and
6 weeks.
they'll be at the 8-week mark, which is a good time to for them to find their new homes. These dogs or puppies are working dogs. They guard livestock, but they're very good with people.
What's up, Whitey? Look at you. Look at you.
Not a cloud in the sky on that Weather Channel,
Yeah, I know.
but now we're getting a little bit of.
A little sprinkle. Yeah, I was getting ready to mow some, but I don't know if I'm going to mow now. I tried to mow
This
the
one's
other
coming
night
right
in the
up on me.
backyard. It was in the
Hey.
evening, but boy, it was
Hey,
growing so fast right now. It was still wetter than hell. Let me bunch up a bit.
problem I have with filming myself when I get in here with them, I get too close to them. They come right up to me. I can't get any video. They're over there. There's a bunch of them over there playing around. They got that ball over there. Oh, chase after that one.
Hurt you. You didn't know you was under my heel.
Play who's got the ball.
Silly poopy.
Now you take it. Here, I will try. Pardon me for doing this. They're all going to come right up to the camera this way, though. They don't know what to think about the camera. This one's helping me with my shoelaces.
Come here.
This is one thing that
The thing about Pyrenees is a Pyrenees is one dog that can have every kind of coat that there is. They can be rough coat, they can be wire coat, they can be long coat, they can be soft coat. She's long haired dog. Dakota clearly is not. And they're both full bred Pyrenees. It's just a roll of the dice, and you don't know what your puppy is going to look like when you take them as a puppy. They could look more like Dakota here. He's still got the big mane. He's shorter haired. Or they could look like Creed, which is a little bit more stout and longer hair like she is. I mean, you just don't know. They're all going to be big though. I mean, that's for certain. These two puppies are from Stormy's first litter, and like we said, no one wanted Creed because they thought she was going to be ugly. And she takes her job very seriously. I'm going to show you that right now. We're all sitting here. She hasn't seen people in a while, and she's watching the animals.
and she's looking in a different direction than Dakota is.
Right, and they will do that. And they will sit perpendicular to each other so that they can see in every direction. She sees that she could not see the males from where she was just a minute ago, so she has now put herself in a spot where she can see all the animals. Okay, whereas Dakota, he likes people and is very, very people friendly, so as long as I pet him, he'll do this. And the second I step away, like this, he'll probably go find a place to lay where he can watch the animals as well.
And we always get a big greeting from these dogs, all of them, when you first, and then they go off and do their work or play. But you always get a great big welcome from them.
Dakota.
Unless you're really paying attention to them,
Mama's on the ground.
and then they'll come over and.
Mama's on the ground. Are you going to sit in my lap? Are you going to sit in my lap? Here he comes. You going to sit down in my lap? And they'll always think that they're lap dogs. That never changes.
Well, Creed, she used to climb, when she was a pup, she would climb and try to get on top of my head.
Oh, I remember.
And even when we came out here, and she was not full grown, but maybe a year old, she would still try to climb up on top of me.
Right. Now see, this is what I'm talking about. He's really muscular and like I said, tall and lanky, more like his mother. I've seen Great Pyrenees that have a fringe over their eyes like a sheepdog does.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
And they are just friendly as heck with people, but they are guardian dogs, and these two
they're amazing.
have, because the fencing was here when you started, they adapted to the fenced-in area.
Right, and they learn the gates as puppies.
Yeah, you've got a fancy gate there to get so they can get through the
They can get
whole area
from
that the
one
alpacas
end all the way
cannot.
to the other end of the farm through those dog gates.
But you really haven't any trouble with them trying to get out of here,
No.
out of the fenced area.
No.
Now the other two, Frankie and Stormy,
Escape artists.
you did not have the fence here when they first came out, and you were putting it up while they were young, and they roamed the woods, and they're not.
They don't want to be kept in.
So the point is, for anybody considering, you probably want to have your area fenced in before you bring them in.
Agreed.
Make sure they learn their area, so you don't have to go chasing after them.
What's that? That's a ball. Aren't you gonna get it? No, I'm watching my animals. I mean, you know, not only was she the prettiest dog, in my opinion, out of her litter, but she's also the best livestock guardian dog. And so I'm kind of glad that no one wanted her, because like I said, as a pup, she had a whole face mask on that was brown, and they didn't think that that was an attractive trait in a Pyrenees. But that all went back off of her face, and now she is the perfect picture of a female Pyrenees. She's absolutely stunningly beautiful.
Yeah, she really honestly looks like a white dog. I mean, The
They all do.
characteristic spots, they fade in so
See,
much.
I'm a pretty boy.
I mean-
Don't ignore me. Now, if you'll notice, he's looking that direction, and she's looking this direction. That's the way they'll do.
And of course, the alpacas, they always pose for pictures. They're really good about
No,
that.
I'll tell you what they want. John, which were the last that got grass in the pasture?
What is it?
Yeah, I'm gonna this. Okay.
Yep. Yep, girls, come on.
Oh, you don't have to tell them to go out.
Yeah.
Getting them in, that's another question. We should see a little excitement here.
She's pretty good getting in. The girls here. The boys
Go on.
Look at them go. Well, that is Bubbles, who has strayed behind a little bit.
What's the matter, Bub? I don't know if she's done with him yet. Uh-oh, they heard something in the woods. See them? But no, she's ready to pounce on him. I can tell. Can you? Go on, get her, Dakota. Creed, get him.
Well, it's good to have two of them.
Yeah.
But now she is fixed, correct?
Yeah. She's fixed. And you know what? Daggone it, that's a shame. Because she is beautiful.
But you wouldn't. That's her brother,
Right.
so you couldn't really. That was my
No, but I could
my
have bred her
point.
to someone else's.
But-
Milk. But that's fine. I'm getting out of breeding anyway, going full-time rescue, so it's all for the best. But she would have bred some beautiful puppies. And that's them together, if you want to put that in there.
Yeah.
Did you get any photos?
Not yet.
What, are you taking video of me playing?
Are you kidding me? Would I do that?
Yeah, because my guitar's out of tune. You want to do a video of me playing some night? Come over and I'll sing too.
Okay, we'll go to photo mode.